What would you say to the company?
Why'd you make us work that day? Why? We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have been there. None of us should have been there. And that's what I should have said to them. Why did you make us work when you knew you said in the statement you were monitoring it? Why did you make us stay and work?
During the period of Hurricane Helene, as the winds howled and the storm surged, a devastating decision was made. 6 employees of Impact Plastic were ordered to stay at work despite the life-threatening weather. Allegedly, they were told they would lose their job if they left. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My good name is Gracey D, your African diva. I hope you guys are doing well. So on our today's episode, guys, we're going to watch this video that during the Hurricane Helene, as we've said, some people were ordered to stay at their work, and at the time that they were sending help to them, to some of them, it was already too late. Let's watch this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Like this video, comment and share.
What would you say to the company?
Why'd you make us work that day? Why? We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have been there. None of us should have been there. And that's what I should have said to them. Why did you make us work when you knew you said in the statement you were monitoring it? Why did you make us stay and work?
At least 6 impact factory workers have lost their lives and more are missing after they were allegedly told that they would be fired if they left work during the hurricane.
Why'd you make us work that day? Why? We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have been there. None of us should have been there.
Family members say that their loved ones never got word that they were allowed to leave and that they were told that the management was monitoring the situation. Some of the workers' relatives got frantic video phone calls as the flood swelled around Impact Plastics. Some employees were able to leave the industrial park using a truck owned by a neighboring company driven by a driver employed by that company. But due to the quickly rising water, the truck tipped over and 5 employees and a contractor aboard the truck went missing. They are now being counted among the deceased. 5 others who were also on the truck when it tipped over made it to safety and were later evacuated. A National Guard helicopter was subsequently dispatched to rescue those 5 employees, and they were airlifted to safety. Another set of employees had to depart by the CSX railroad track behind the facility due to high waters at the front door. Those employees were able to make it to an adjacent company where they were able to find safety.
The bosses left but told the workers that if they didn't come in during a hurricane, they would be fired. The bosses left but told the workers that if they left before the floodwaters got waist high, that they would be fired. The bosses left but told the workers to pick between their lives and their livelihoods, and the workers lost their lives. This is a story coming out of Tennessee. Impact Plastics. Family members of missing people are claiming that their family members went into work because they were told that they had to, and now they are missing. 5 of them are confirmed dead. And what is occurring and what is pissing me off so bad right now is that the bosses are alive to tell the tale. They put out a statement categorically denying the allegations, saying that they told them to leave. They had a translator, they had somebody saying it in English, they had somebody saying it in Spanish. But what I will say is, if what the family members and if what people are saying is true and the bosses decided to jeopardize the lives of workers just to make an extra dollar, I hope they lose everything they have, and I hope they rot in a prison cell. Workers are not expendable, okay? Workers are not pawns for you to use just so you can stuff your pockets. Our lives have value. Our lives matter. I truly hope that the people that are currently missing are found. Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc all over the southeast. There are parts of Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina that will never be the same because of the storm. There are people dead, people that have lost everything, and I truly hope that they find these people out in Tennessee.
Man, I'm gonna keep this short and brief. Protect yourself at all times, man. I know times is hard, and you know, some of us need money, and we got bills, we got responsibilities and everything like that. But when it come down to your life, you can't get another one of them. You can get another job. I know the economy is fucked up, times is hard. You can get another job. Don't let none of these companies, man, run your life. You are not a slave. That shit is dead. That shit is over. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to my safety, my family, my life, gonna always come before any company I work for. Let that be known, okay? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. look out for yourself, because they gonna just replace them people.
Whoever gave that order for them to stay should be charged. Plain and simple. Don't let these jobs kill you, dude. They don't care about you. It doesn't matter how much time you give them. They don't care about you. They clearly only care about themselves. They knew it was dangerous. They got out. They made sure they got themselves out. Told you guys, keep on working. Just in case, we got to keep them profits coming in, huh? They should be charged. At the very least, manslaughter. It's murder, but manslaughter should be the very least charge those people should get.
When are people going to realize that corporations and factories don't care about their employees? I don't care if you've been there since you were 17 and you're in your 40s now. They don't care about you. The moment that you start to show that you are no good to that company, they're getting rid of you. Don't matter. They hold no loyalty to you. If you know there's a hurricane coming and you're getting videos and frantic calls or whatever from your family, walk out. Walk the fuck out. Okay, because they'll replace you, but we can't replace you. Your family members cannot replace you. A natural disaster, the moment that they said that the managers are the ones going over it and keeping an eye on it, you should have walked out. Everybody needs to start walking out on that, because corporate greed is more than... They don't care about your lives. Start walking out. Corporations should be ashamed of themselves, but they don't care because they're jacking prices and we're paying it. They're telling you can't leave or you're going to be fired. Okay, go ahead and fire me, because from the looks of everything, you might not be here tomorrow. I will be. I'll be at home. I'll be with my kids somewhere safe. No. Y'all need to wake up, because they don't care.
So I apologize that I couldn't get more of it in there. I'm still learning the talk. But this was a factory or a warehouse or whatever that during the hurricane told their employees, if you go home, you will be fired. Natural disaster? And you're telling people to stay in a facility away from their families? Oh, and because of natural disaster, you know that the phones aren't going to work at all. So they can't even call home and be like, hey, is everybody okay? Is everybody getting to safety? And shit like that. This is proof right here that companies don't care about their employees. And it doesn't matter the size of the company. They don't care about their employees. Your life does not matter. I can replace you tomorrow. This goes along with a video I did yesterday talking about taking your PTO. Well, at this point, these people should have said bye. I'll get my check at the after the natural disaster. That's what should have happened. You can't be telling me that supervisors and managers are like, no, there's a natural disaster going on. I don't care about your family. I care about our productivity. Do they not realize that as soon as the shit hits the fan, productivity is going to come to a standstill anyway? And as you saw from that little flyby video, that the facility was FUBAR. Yeah, your productivity just went to shit anyway. Why not, save your workforce so that when productivity can come back, you have all your workforce rather than having to hire new ones. My point is fuck your company. If you got shit to do for your family, regardless of it's a natural disaster emergency or if it's a medical emergency at home, or you just need to take a day off to spend with your family because you haven't seen them in whatever time frame because you work the funky shift and your family interaction is hi honey, bye honey. take the day. Let them fire you for that. You can find another job. Just like they can find another person to replace you, you can find another job. Might take a little bit, but that employer needs to... Things need to happen. Food for thought.
Okay, this is a clarification or correction. I thought it happened in North Carolina, but it happened in Tennessee. And the story, like I told you guys before, it was flooding. The big boss didn't want them to go, or otherwise they could get fired. And they didn't have no other choice to wait and see if they're going to, it is shameful, really. I hope that the victims' families can sue that company, because this is not it. And the worst part is, it is a right to work. It's not union backed. So, in cases like this, they shouldn't, like I said before, they shouldn't have that shift. But yeah, this is grab it by the bootstraps. You have to work even if they have a tornado. You have to work even if they have a flood. You have to work even if the winds knocked out the whole building. That is inhumane. That is like you treating them like robots. So anyway, that's my correction. I just hope that I cannot say this. It's like, otherwise I'm going to get banned. But you know the idea.
That employees were told to leave the plant at least 45 minutes before the gigantic force of the flood hit the industrial park. There was time to escape. Employees were not told at any time that they would be fired if they left the plant. After checking to make sure everyone was out of our plant and to rescue important files, I was one of the last people to leave the plant and luckily escape. To our knowledge, no one perished while on company property.
Yeah, guys, these are lives that were lost, safety ignored, and people are asking why. And I'm also asking myself, why would even a company put their employees at this risk, knowing how this thing was gonna be dangerous to life and everything that's gonna be around in those areas? And the matter of fact, as the company they were working, there were not any safety guards for them to be able to save their lives. Now, as we are talking, there are families who are mourning their loved ones, and the company came on ahead, as you've seen, and they said that there is no one that was asked to come to work or remain at work. And they said that they also never said that people are going to lose their jobs if they left, which is quite sad, because even the employer was not around the company, or people that are like in the high, the people that these employees are working for, they were not in the company as these people were working. And as you've seen that man on the first clip, that he's crying and he's asking, why did you ask us to come to work? Why did we have to be here? It's quite sad, because seeing that what most people care about, or what some of the people care about, is just making their dollars, just making their money and adding up to their bank accounts and their pockets, which is quite sad. Because I remember when one person told me, a rich person was asked, what does it take for it to be enough? And it's clearly that it's never gonna be enough. It's never enough, because the answer was another million. That's what it takes to be enough. Another million. And when they get the other million, it's never enough, guys. And it's actually like, as the guy was saying, you can always find another job. Do not mess your life. Do not bet your life for a job or for anyone, because at the end of this day, we only have one life. There's no way that now the lives that have been lost, they can never come back to life. But for a job, I know what people are saying there. It's, you know, we are living in hard times, and this is actually worldwide. It's not only in one country or one continent, it's worldwide. People are suffering. Life has become unbearable. There are so many things happening. There's so many things going on, and it's been quite a long time since COVID. Things have not yet come back to normal. People are still suffering. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, your life is more important than that job. Your life is more important than that person that forcing you to go to work and telling you that you'll no longer be working if you don't show up. And there is no need for you to put your life at risk. I know for some people, their families are looking up to them. For some people, they are the breadwinners. For some people, if they don't go to work, there's no way they're gonna afford to pay their bills. And it's quite sad that this is actually happening in a country that most people say, or the country they call themselves a first world country. It's quite sad seeing this happening to the citizens of America. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think. What should this company be closed down? Should they be charged? Let me know what your thoughts are, because for me, I believe, or I feel, if it's true that they told their employees if they don't show up to work, they're going to be fired, some justice needs to be done for these people that lost their lives. You know, it's been quite a hard time in some parts of the states with all the hurricanes hitting the country. And I urge you all to stay safe, help one another if you all can. And if we've been asked to move to, like, you know, just receive a notification to move to a safer area, it's way better, because at the end of the day, you may lose your house, you may lose your car, you may lose some other properties that you have, but as long as you're alive, you can always buy back that car, you can always build another house, you can always, all these earthly things, you can always get them back. But if you lose your life, that's gonna be the end of you. So let me know what you guys think about this episode, and thank you so much for clicking on this episode, and until the next episode, bye.